everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Indie Credible Podcast. This is episode 40.
Is it?
Man, yeah, this
Man.
is episode 40. And joined with me is the wonderful Mr. Jeffrey Wittenhagen. What's up, Jeff? I'm Xander Scullion, by the way.
You are?
I am, in the flesh.
Not Xander Scramble tonight. Only,
Ho
only the.
hopefully not. I might scramble a couple eggs because, man, we got a lot of games to talk about tonight. Oh my gosh.
Lot of stuff to talk about, and this weekend that this episode's going live is Classic Game Fest in Austin, Texas.
hmm
So having a good time out there. If you're ever out in an area where I'm going to be at, just come hang out and we'll have a good time. We're recording beforehand because I'm going to be gone for like 5 days. So
Yep.
we're going to talk about some stuff. And, we'll start off with RIP Ozzy,
Oh yeah.
freaking
Oh yeah.
metal all day long. He wearing the Sabbath shirt. So that's
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
it's been kind of a yeah, it's one of those things because I'm a huge Ozzy fan, and it's one of those things like not really. I mean, it's sad that he's not going to be around anymore, but I mean, there's just so many memories. Like I was just watching before we started recording the show, I was watching about 7 years ago when he did "Bark at the Moon" at a concert during the solar eclipse. Like
yeah.
from the beginning of the song to the very end was the whole eclipse. I'm like, man, whoever was at that show, they have some stories to tell. That is crazy. But you can
Well,
look
and
it up on
then,
YouTube.
of course, also he was able to go out the way he wanted to because like 2.5 weeks ago he did his final show. So,
Yeah,
and it was like the highest grossing charity show of all time.
yeah,
So that's awesome. So he definitely went out how he wanted to. Everybody tributed him and Sabbath, and it was badass. So
yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's I feel like we should celebrate more than mourn.
exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
So the next piece up on our notes is something that I didn't tell you yet,
I know.
and it says in the notes, all it says is collab news. So I got a pretty, I consider it a pretty big deal. Some people won't even understand or how cool it is. But I have a collab I'm doing for my artwork, which I think is
Hmm.
dope. So I'm going to be working with Thriller Crew.
Cool,
Um,
cool.
and and Thriller Crew are the artists behind TNC Surf Designs.
That's right.
So basically, Thriller the Gorilla, which I have right here. This is a limited figure. You got one of the guys,
Oh
and
yeah.
this is what I'm going to be commissioned to do is limited characters. So these
Oh
characters will
man.
only be sold by Thriller Crew. I'm modifying them a little bit to a finalized project, and it's going to not just be the characters from the NES game. They're making some custom ones for me to do as well. So I
Nice.
think I think is the guy who I've been working with from Thriller Crew. Actually, he's the one who signed this, which I thought was
Mm.
interesting years ago, which I didn't even know he signed it right here. Um, but they're going to be doing a few characters. So like I have this short board for a skateboard.
That's so cool.
They only made
I've never
20.
seen that.
They only made 20 of these, and
Wow.
this not only has Joe Cool, Thrill the Gorilla, and Wave Rider, which is the Tiki Man, I always call them, but it also has Pete, Primal Pete. So I'll be doing a Primal Pete, but they're gonna do them create some new ones for me, 8-bit NES style.
Oh wow.
So pretty dope. And I do have a kind of an indie credible like exclusive is that they're doing a new game.
Oh. Hmm.
And they've been working on it for like 3 years.
Wow.
So apparently, like, it's a whole giant like story, everything. So it's not just going to be, the skate and surf mode, but it's going to be more of a tribute to the original TNC surf designs. So
That's freaking man, and that's crazy too. Because we were just talking about it in the last episode where I was saying like you probably had those moments that you're just like, man, I grew up playing this. This is a part of my childhood. I mean, I cannot see TNC surf design without hearing the static waves in the background. Shh. Man, that's freaking wild, dude. And also when he would face plant, man, when that sound of him hitting the pavement, oh my God.
And it goes
Man.
do 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 do
Boom, boom.
do, and we
Such a good
lose,
game.
and we lose. But yeah, to me, since my first two NES games were Mario Duck Hunt and TNC Surf Designs that I received with my NES that I got hand me down as a kid, like it's a really cool collab. And I'll be working on the first three here very shortly. We're getting everything like set up at the house, and I'm gonna get them ready. I think we're only doing 10 on the website.
Wow.
And they're not going to be super expensive. They're going to be like 20, $25 is what he was telling me. He might have to increase the price, but he's trying to keep it affordable. So I told him that price, they're going to sell immediately,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like 10 copies. And I had an idea where if I put, because they're all going to have magnets on the back, so that way they can be, a magnet. But I was like, if I put it on a canvas and a magnet on the back of the canvas, I can make a canvas and put Thriller Crew on it and make a custom canvas that people can buy and put all the different characters I'm going to make on the canvas.
That would be
So
cool.
it's going to be like a collection of characters. So that's going to be pretty damn cool. Pretty big deal. And I think it's going to be fun as shit.
That is wild. I'm definitely excited about that. That's so cool.
And
So cool.
crazy shit. And I think it's going to be a good, fun time. Definitely doing some art. So right now, I've just
Yeah.
been painting Dragon or whatever his name is from Crystalis, one of the end bosses of Crystalis, and it's a giant
It's a
picture. I mean,
huge piece. I remember
yeah.
you were showing me some of the progression of it. And I'm like, holy crap, man.
I got all the colors done. I just have to do all the
Mhm.
black inking, but there's a lot of black and it's a lot of individual pixels that I have to do that are split by white. And so I'd be
Mm.
very tension oriented when I do it. I'll probably bring it with me to Austin just to as if I get like a lull because I'm going to be out there for a few extra days. So unless of course old Derek Malice Media keeps me busy. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
It keeps me busy.
Man, speaking of busy, before we get into like the indie um talk, there is some games that we wanted to talk about that they're kind of indie like. Um yeah, so the first one I want to talk about is one I haven't played yet. I haven't played the demo or
Me
anything. I wanted
neither. Me neither.
to okay. So this one was Shadow Labyrinth.
Yeah. And I always thought Shadow Labyrinth looked cool, and then they dropped the bomb that it is a Pac-Man game.
Really?
Yeah, so this is a
Oh.
Metroidvania, but you have a little familiar, and the little familiar is Pac-Man. And he can do
Ah.
a giant shadow Pac-Man, but also he can like your character can like transform or like warp into Pac-Man, and then he actually does like little spots where he'll pick up power-ups and stuff like little pellets and like go through corridors and stuff as Pac-Man. So it's like a maze game style Metroidvania Pac-Man.
I'm down to play that.
Yeah. So I was like, I
Yeah.
watched the trailer and the trailer's like wild. And
Yeah.
it's getting decent reviews.
Yeah,
So
so it's already out, right?
yeah, it is out. I think it only has a Switch one physical for Nintendo consoles, but obviously it's on Steam, so as purposes of like playing it, I'll probably be playing it in Steam.
Yeah.
But collecting it, I will collect it for whatever it has physical cartridge for. So if it comes out on
Right.
Switch 2 and it's not physical, I will get it on Switch 1
Yeah.
and just benefit from the, infinite upgrades that it gets.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in the same boat. Whenever I get my Switch 2, I'm only going for physical cart games.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still like if it's a Nintendo game that's exclusive like digitally on Switch 2, I might get that. But if it's on Steam, I'm just gonna go Steam, you know.
Well, and so there are only five Switch 2 physicals with
Mhm.
everything on cart right now because there's like a a website. It's one of IGN and one of the websites has it,
Hmm.
and it's literally Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Cyberpunk, which isn't Switch exclusive, but it is complete on Switch too. Um, and then it'll be the new Daemon X Machina game, and then
Hmm.
there's a new game by Inti Creates that's only coming out in Japan. And
Okay.
those are the five. Everything
Wow.
else, yeah, requires a download or is an iterative update. So on the list, it didn't include like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom ones that are just like upgrades and they're
Hmm.
already. So, um, those are the five though. So there's not that many Switch 2 exclusives. So
Mm.
Shadow Labyrinth, it's available on Switch 1. I may get it in the future, but I'm also not going to pre-order it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an interesting game though. Like Namco
Yeah,
Bandai, Namco Bandai, they do a lot of the same, they release Dragon Ball games or anime style games. They do a lot of that. So the fact that they're doing something a little different does kind of entice me to support it and kind of let them know, hey, we want some, other stuff too.
it's
So I
pretty cool.
mean, but another cool game that's coming out at the end of this
Yeah.
month, it gets physical in September, but man, the new Ninja Gaiden
Oh,
Ragebound. Oh my Lord.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
game, I played the demo twice. I beat it twice.
Mm,
That's how much I enjoyed it. It was kind of weird because when I first started it, it felt, because you're getting like trained by Ryu. This is supposed to be like a prequel, by the way, to Ninja Gaiden 1 because while you're getting trained, you're playing this guy named Kenji. While you're being trained by Rio or Ryu, he's like, oh, he gets the letter that his father died. And he's like, I got to go to America. And then right when he goes to America, your dojo gets attacked by demons. And they're like, is this by the Black Spider clan? Or are they responsible for this? And you find out like there's this girl because it does skip a stage, so the story in the demo gets kind of convoluted a little bit. But essentially, you're playing as two different characters. You're playing as Kenji, and you're playing as I can't remember the girl's name,
Girl
but
G.
yeah, she's almost like a specter though. Like you can't always play
Ah,
as her. Like there's certain parts in the game that hones her abilities, and you transform into her and like throw shurikens and stuff. But I was kind of nervous at first because I was like, is this going to be like the messenger? Because it felt like the messenger when I was playing it. I'm like, this doesn't really feel like Ninja
ah,
Gaiden. But after I was done training, it goes straight at Ninja Gaiden. Like timed jumps, platforms,
nice.
hitting enemies and like, ricocheting off of them. Um, I wouldn't say it's like extremely difficult from what I played on the demo when I beat it. It wasn't that difficult, but it was challenging. It was fun.
Spawn is the
So
key.
yeah, so this is a game I might double dip to be honest. I like it that much because I want to play it when it comes out. I want to buy it on Steam, but I'll probably get a physical on Switch for sure, like
Yeah,
Switch One.
yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in the physical, of course, but I want to play it. As being a
So good.
huge fan of Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden 2 and Ninja Gaiden 3 and on the Master System, and there's a
Hmm.
version I have on the PC Engine as well, Ninja Gaiden. And it's just such a great series. So the fact that it's getting a tribute ty style, new game. Hopefully they
Hmm.
do it right and, don't like make it crushingly difficult at the end where you have to like do multiple stages in a row and dying all the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
The other thing is that there is a new Shinobi coming out too. And so we'll have to check that out for a future episode because I'm not familiar with if it's holding up to like Shinobi 3 or the classics or Shadow Dance or any of that. So it'll be cool to see.
I did see a trailer for the new Shinobi, and it looks
Yeah.
good. I like the graphic style that it has. It has almost like this like hand painted kind of draw art style. So hopefully that's good. But I mean, man, new Ninja Gaiden, new Shinobi, like it's 2025.
a
It's crazy.
new a new Metroidvania Pac-Man. Like they are
Yeah.
like these companies are dipping their toes into nostalgia while doing something familiar yet different, and I'm here for it for sure.
Oh
And that
yeah.
these are stuff that go right into my collecting goals, which is getting a physical version eventually. Not much of a pre-order person though, so
Mm.
that's the one thing I am going to wait for it to be available in person or on a stream or something.
Oh yeah. And so I played Ninja Gaiden. I also played I think we mentioned this on a previous episode. Um Trying to make sure I got my notes right, but Neon Inferno.
Neon Inferno. I don't think we have talked about it because it looks maybe we did, but this is the one that's kind of like Wild Arms from Retroware, right?
Yeah, it's like a mixture of like Metal Slug meets Wild Arms.
Okay.
And there's also moments in the game where you have a sword and you have to actually ricochet bullets, but doing so you can also make things go in bullet time, and you can like choose where you want to ricochet the bullets to.
That's
So
cool.
it's got a lot going on. Like it's got a lot of just different stuff, and I really enjoyed the demo. I didn't beat it. I played a little bit of it. I wasn't like gaga like I was with Ninja Gaiden with it, but I was man, this is cool. I mean, it's got that whole cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Um,
like there's a spot, one of the screenshots there, like on the top of flying cars that are
yeah,
all neon looking, and it just looks completely like a 90s, what they would think the future looks like, retro dream.
yeah. So it's got all that really good soundtrack. The sprites are big. I mean, it's a fun game. I don't really remember the price tag on it. I know it's going to get a physical though from limited run. I do know that.
Of
So
course.
yeah.
And I mean it's by Retroware, so it's actually available for a demo, but it's only a pre-release, so it's actually
Mhm.
not for sale yet.
Yeah, it doesn't
Not
look
for
like it.
sale
It
yet.
doesn't look like it's coming out until I believe October. That's when it's supposed to be coming out.
Now, did you know that the developer also worked on Steel Assault, which did get a physical?
Ooh, and that's a good
Um,
game. I
and
did
that's
really
another,
enjoy that one.
and so that game also is a well-polished kind of Metal Slug style game.
Yeah, it's a
So,
really cool hack and slash.
yeah, that developer is Zenova Interactive. I had to look. Zenova Interactive. Yeah, Retroware worked with me for a few games, but they went back to the money of Embracer. Couldn't
Mhm.
the Embracer money.
Oh
The
yeah,
Yeah, we did Eagle Island Twist and Love 3. Limited Run originally did the nerd game, but then Prison City, Iron Meat, and Toxic Crusaders and all the classics are going to go with Limited Scum, Limited Run.
which I did play Prison City as well. That's another that's
Yeah,
another
yeah, yeah.
it's another game I play. I bought it real cheap. It was like 7.99. It was fun. I mean,
Bought cheap.
yeah, it was fun. I mean, it made me think of that other game that I kept trying to call it like Vice something
No,
another.
Vice Project Doom
Yeah,
or
Shatterhand.
Power Blade
Yeah,
or Shatterhand.
it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
has that feel to it. So I mean, it was fun.
Oh yeah, that game's excellent. It has 8-bit NES style graphics with it, whereas Neon Inferno that you're talking about is more like super pixelated, like glorious
Yeah,
beyond 16-bit awesomeness. Whereas
yeah.
Prison City tries to stay to the NES style roots and late NES, like those games that you mentioned with Vice Project Doom and stuff. And I played through multiple levels of the game because initially that was a game that we had a contract with, but
Mm,
I sold the company and they're not doing it. So
yeah,
I would 100% done it and worked with the guy who did the Power Blade art to do an art piece for it. I think that would have
yeah.
been dope. But I just do cool ass art now. But yeah,
Well,
Prison City's a dope one.
and the last game I wanted to talk about, piggybacking off of last episode, 'cause this was a cheap game and it's still cheap. Robo O,
Oh,
the 8-bit mech kind of fighting game. And it is exactly what you would expect it to be. It plays like almost like I want to say it almost plays like a Neo Geo Pocket Color game. Like it's like the missing link between 8-bit and what the Neo Geo Pocket was. It's like right in between because there's some things that the game does, you're like, oh, NES couldn't do that.
Yeah, I couldn't
But
handle it.
yeah, because there's some like really interesting voiceovers and stuff. I just played the arcade and played a couple of rounds. It's sluggish, but I mean that's what you kind of go into when you play those kind of games. If you're expecting to play like Blaze Blue, you're going to be disappointed. It's going to be chunky and slow, but a lot of fun. And for like, I believe it was like $1.99. Why not? Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. So some of the games that I played this week, first one was on the randomizer, and it was a game I covered in the Metroidvania Chronicles. It is BIOTA, and it's
Mm,
like BIOTA. It's like an acronym. But it's an action platformer, but it's kind of a Metroidvania because there is
yeah.
gated exploration and gated progression, but it also is heavy on the roguelike.
Mhm.
You definitely have to make sure you save because you go back to your saves. You don't go back to the main area and continue and power up. You have to save, but it has roguelike aesthetics. There's multiple characters. I just picked one that I kind of liked its shot like rapidness for what I'm going through. But the game looks like a Game Boy Color game, so it has like or Game Boy, probably more like Super Game Boy game where it has the palettes.
Yeah, yeah, because you can change like the colors. Like you can make it all like you can almost make it look like a Virtual Boy game if you want to,
And you
because
can
it's got the
unlock
red.
new colors too as you play through.
Oh
I
yeah.
I unlocked colors as I was playing. And so what you do is you like go and on the main hub area, which is like your base, and you can go to the black market and unlock different abilities and things. And then you can get your teleporter, so you can teleport back every once in a while. But then when you go to the main mine shaft, you go down to the first level, and then you can explore all around Metroidvania style. Certain areas you can get to, certain areas you can't. And then once you get to the next area, you could open up the mine shaft further, so that way you can go back and go back to the second level. So that's kind of how they control the exploration and also allow you to go back. You know, not have to go back through all the way through the first level back to the second level. But right
Hmm.
now I'm only in the second area. But fun as shit and
Yeah,
definitely in my backlog.
I played the demo. I didn't really dive too far into it, but I was like playing like the controls or whatever, and they're buttery smooth.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the running gun aspect to it. Like the sprites were kind of chibi looking almost like Meat Boy esque, where they're kind of little but they jump real high. I like that. But there's different characters you can play as too. And I think they have like different attributes and whatnot.
Yeah, there's four different characters, and I know that they all have different weapons from what I saw.
Yeah,
Yeah. For the games that I'm playing nowadays, if it doesn't have really good controls, I'm kind of turned off. Like
yeah.
I'm put off by it at this point. So I try to make sure that any game I play nowadays is like flawless when it comes to controls.
And thankfully, I mean, I feel like for the most part, I feel like a lot of people get that right. It's very seldom I've been playing. It's very seldom that I've played a game in the last couple of years. I'm like, oh, these controllers are awful. You know, most of them are pretty decent.
Very decent. The other game I played, which I played today, is one where we got the codes sent to us from the developer,
Mm.
and it is called Gun King. It is basically Vampire Survivors, but you play as chess pieces
Oh wow.
and it is wild. You rotate around with the controller. You aim with the right stick, kind of like Smash TV, and you just hold down the right trigger to shoot. So there's no
Mm.
auto shoot, which I feel like there should be an auto shoot, but there isn't. And then you have to reload after every certain amount of bullets. And then there's also like
Mm.
special moves that you can unlock. And as you collect the gold, you end up leveling up with new attributes like in Vampire Survivors. So you can add like a
Mm.
second pawn with you, or you can double your shots, or you can increase the speed, the damage, all of those things. And it seems like it's pretty fair. I didn't notice that there was any complexity to the levels. So the level seemed like it was very like standard, but I only
Mm.
played in the first original mode, so there might be more complexity to it. I didn't see a place like in Vampire Survivors, you find the little fire. pit areas, little candle areas, and you can get like more life or money. I didn't
Mhm.
see any way to increase my life. And
Mm.
with my current one, every hit takes, you have like 100 HP, every hit takes away 25 HP if you run into someone. So you die pretty fast unless you're really good at dodging. So the other thing was is that the as you kill enemies, there's like these little like yellow dots, and they're kind of hard to see on the screen. And I was playing it
Mm.
on my big ass TV, so I should be able to see the damn things.
Yeah, because you
So
got everything docked up last time I talked to you about
mhm.
that.
Everything is docked up, so I was playing it on my screen. But the controls are great. The shooting was satisfying. The enemies like peel right off. There's different enemies that you fight. So some will like shoot bullets at you, other ones will explode on contact, so you got to be careful. And so
Hmm.
there's definitely some complexity there. But it's right now, unless there's new levels and stuff, it's very basic from a level perspective. There's no complexity to the level. But it's fun as shit.
Do you is it out already or is it
Mhm.
still being let's see how much because I didn't check what the price was.
Yeah, I haven't either. It's a $3 game.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Mhm. Yeah, so from the screenshots, all the different levels have the same background. So it's just like a checkerboard background that I've seen. So
Yeah.
there are like giant explosions and some boss fights and stuff. So very interesting. And it still doesn't have its 1.0, so it's still in beta. So they're still working on stuff. So it's not a,
Mhm.
it's not a finished product. There's 70 different upgrades, 15 guns, 30 gun mods. It's survival and wave-based gameplay, and you unlock god mods each time. So each time I died, I unlocked a new gun mod because as you power up, it builds the EXP meter to unlock new stuff as you're playing through. So to
Mm.
me, for $3, it's a fun little experience.
Yeah, and big shout to Frogbert for sending us the code. And it looked like they won an award in March. It was like number six of the like top 10. Looks like game development world championship. They got number six in March. So
Oh, nice.
that's really cool. That's awesome. I'm looking at the screenshots and some of the gameplay footage now. Like, wow, looks really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I know you got a code, so I'm sure you'll give
Oh yeah,
your impressions. You just got the code though, like at the time of this
yeah,
recording, like last night, and you had to work all day. So,
yeah.
but you will absolutely play some.
I
I
probably
need to
need
play
to.
some more.
I probably need to stream it, to be honest. I'm off tomorrow. I probably
Oh,
need to do that.
oh, I think you should. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's a wild one. That's for sure.
And talking about wild, this is getting into what our new and noteworthy because
New and noteworthy.
we got some games to talk about, some interesting
Oh
stuff.
my goodness.
This one, the first one that I want to talk about, I've already downloaded the demo, but I haven't played it yet. But there is a demo for it. It's a really cool looking Metroidvania, but Star Rift Saga.
Yeah, Star Rift Saga. And this one is by Studio Vela. I'm gonna have to put on my glasses for the new and noteworthy. But basically, you're going across a mysterious alien world and going through the levels. There's one thing that piques my or puts the hair up on the back of my neck is the levels. The animation seems to be a bit painty. Like
Mm,
like the characters, the items, everything looks pixelated and awesome. But the actual backgrounds, you'll see spots where there's platforms or there's stuff with lava, and it just looks like it's like very non-textured.
yeah, very static.
Yeah, so that's the only thing that has me uneasy. But everything else about this game looks awesome. Like like
Yeah,
it's a Metroidvania like is what they call it. But it's a lot less backtracking is why they call it a like
I like
Metroidvania
that.
like. So I'm happy about that. The game is on sale for $12, normally $15. So
Hmm.
not too bad. It was just released a week ago, so definitely new. And this developer, this is his first game he has linked to his account.
Oh wow.
The developer of Studio Villa.
Yeah, this game looks cool. Like I said, I downloaded the demo. Maybe I'll give that a
Yeah.
whirl and talk about it on episode 50. Holy moly.
50. Damn.
I mean, you gotta. It's funny, man. I was thinking about it actually at work today, and I wish I had my calculator because I was trying to have like an estimate of like how many games we've talked about since like episode one. Because we usually do what like four or five new and noteworthy games, and that's before we start getting into the whole budget and all that stuff. We've talked about a lot of games,
Oh yeah, freaking crazy. A
and,
lot of games.
and no
And
signs of stopping.
we've barely scratched the surface. Like, let's be real. Barely scratched the surface.
Now, this next game right here, the name alone kind of intrigued me because I was like, what? A bunny? It's a
Yeah, it's
bunny in
like
this one?
KIYO Bunny Tyranny. And the graphics are like crazy because it's like voxel style. They're like
Mm-hmm.
2D pixels, but 3D. They have depth to them. And then there's like bunnies and stuff, but then there's stripper poles.
Yeah.
So, um,
It kind of made me think of like Conkers or something like that. It's got that kind of sense of humor like Conker's Bad for a Day.
and then it also has that from the animation perspective, the characters have that like look like a paper doll where the
Hmm.
arms and the legs kind of just like wobble. Like it's
Yeah.
I think they did it for effect on purpose. Yeah, it's still in early access too, so it's not released right now. It does have a demo
Uh,
though, which you love your
oh.
demos.
Hey, demos are the way to go, man.
Well, and
I
it got
have
an award in 2023 as the best upcoming game,
mm,
indie game of the year.
yeah, I was about to say I've gotten into like a big like fascination with demos on Steam right now. I feel like I'm going back to the days of getting like PlayStation Magazine, because I just go on there and I'm like, oh, this game looks cool. Oh, there's a demo. I'll try it out.
Oh,
You
oh,
know?
oh.
Oh,
Yeah, it's an interesting thing though. That's also a rabbit hole, pun intended,
yeah.
that you could fall under because then you're just playing tons and tons of demos of games, which is nuts too. But yeah, this game though, KIYO Bunny Tyranny, looks super interesting. Developed by Pixel Rats,
Hmm.
publishers Cobra Teku Games. Cobra Teku has done The Edge of Allegoria, which we covered actually on this episode on this show. So,
Ah,
um, yeah, so it's a cool one. But yeah, KIYO just looks wild.
and this game looked kind of wild. It's a what is this? A simple experiment.
Simple experiment.
I like the fact you play
Ex
as a I like the fact you play as a cat.
Yeah, and like this is the one with the wild graphics, this whole episode. Everything has like crazy. It's like this is like hand drawn, like little cutesy artwork. It's a cartoony Metroidvania with puzzles and stealth, where
Hmm.
you play as a cat, genetically modified kittens. Like
Yeah,
I don't, but it's like you're literally a fat cat.
it looks like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Another one that's not released yet, but there is a demo. I think in the notes it actually a simple experiment was auto-corrected.
Yeah, it was. It took me a hot minute to try to find because at first I was trying to autocorrect it to a simple experiment, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, I found it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, this has got to be it because it's got a cat, and I love those kind of games. So yeah, it's good
Same thing
stuff.
with KIYO Bunny Tyranny is spelled differently too. Like
Hmm.
everything's like misspelled. It's awesome. But yeah, Simple Experiment was programmed and developed by Flat Voxel, and they have done a few games. They're all dollar or $2. So they did OCD, Comorbidity Pack, as well as Thundering Skies, a shoot 'em up inspired by 16-bit
Ooh,
classics. So let's see what that one looks like.
yeah,
Um,
this might be our budget right here.
We got a few budgets too. So I'm gonna add to the wish list, of course.
Oh,
And
this looks
then
cool.
you have Dash Hail, which looks wild. And then you have Out of Memories, which is a text-based style green game, which looks crazy. So,
Mm.
yeah, so they got a bunch of games. They're all pretty affordable. So that means that maybe our simple experiment is going to be only a couple bucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the games do have that very, rough around the edges, like kind of indie to it. Like you can tell this is like some early stuff, but it looks like a lot of fun. Like the shooter game that I was looking at that we were talking about that they put out, that looked really fun. Thundering Skies, it looks very like it says it's inspired by 16-bit classics, and you can definitely tell it's got kind of like almost like an R type look to it.
Or
So
like UN Squadron.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it's in my wish list, so I'm sure I buy anything that's under $2 usually. So, well,
Yeah,
say
99¢.
99¢. So, next game in our list is called MotionRec,
Mm,
and it is like a recording puzzle action game. It's completely black and white with some green for shadows and or green or red for like shadows. So, it just looks very cool.
yeah, it gave me that Gato Roboto kind of feel, like the way that game
Hmm.
looked. I really like the art style to it. It looks like it's got some really cool puzzle elements as
Yeah, it's
well.
like ZX Spectrum style, which is, the European computer with the little rubber keys that we didn't get here in the States, but it's hugely popular in Europe. And those were back in the days when, you had to wait a long time for floppies to load or whatever. And this game, though, has that feel, but it's clean because the
Yeah,
blacks now are so crisp in the games. This is super clean. And so for me, this game isn't released yet again. So these are all like planned to be released, which, I'm pulling from the depths of my lists to get us some content for this week's episode. We got some really obscure shit that we don't normally do.
oh yeah,
The interesting thing is Handsome is the developer. Handsome has some crazy games. There's a game that they released for 17 bucks called Outrider Mako. That
mm,
just looks fucking amazing. It's $18 though. Like, holy crap. That one's released by Play. It's by the publisher Playism, by the way. Like the
okay,
publisher Playism picks some specialized games. But yeah, like there's like some really cool Nitro Express that's in here that like these games are not on my wish list. And they just all look freaking cool. So it's a very interesting thing when you see like Metal Bringer on here too. That just looks like another badass game. So,
yeah, I'm looking at all their games right now,
I
and
mean,
there's
one was one of my games of the month, Blade Chimera.
yeah,
So, like, they have a very good playism has a very good selection. So, based on that selection, Motion Rec should be something special.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like to see is like, okay, so we found this one released by is being released by a publisher that has a good track record for the podcast.
Yeah, yeah, man, that freaking Nitro Express looks like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Speaking of a game that looks the exact opposite and looks crazy, Grumblemoor. It's the next one.
Dude,
It looks trippy.
this game right here, it might be the most like exciting game that I saw, like that I was really excited about when I saw it. Like I saw this one, I'm like, dude, I want to play this so bad because you play as this like he looks like a watermelon that
A
was like,
watermelon with pieces cut out, and it looks like it was done in Microsoft Paint.
oh, it makes you think of like the old school like Newground days, playing like those old
Hmm.
Flash games.
Exactly.
I was like, man, that looks fun.
And it's it says Metroidvania on the tags, which is hilarious to me. Um, You know what it actually the graphics kind of remind me of is I Want to Be the Guy.
Yeah.
The levels from I Want to Be the Guy, because like the spikes, they just look like the same type of spikes that kill you all the freaking time in that game. And yeah, it's a wild thing. Um, the developer is Lev Roland Kalb, but the publisher is Cat 106. I think that they're the same.
Hmm.
One would assume. Is there anything in here besides for exploring a colorful haunted world with this guy? Because like literally, this is a wild game.
Yeah, it's like a little.
Lectathon puzzler with roguelike elements.
Yeah, it's like a little. You're like a little 2D watermelon guy, and you're just fighting little demons. You
That's
know,
nothing. Just fighting little demons.
this
The
is what you're
watermelon.
doing. I love it. I
And
saw it, and I
again,
was like, man, it's great.
these are all upcoming games, so nothing available yet. Including the next game.
This one tripped me out. Like I want
Dude.
to I want to hear you explain this one to me because I was just like,
Embroideryvania.
yeah,
So, an exploration Metroidvania. I would assume this is going to be a Metroidvania, which means you got to do a lot of thinking.
oh geez, that hurts.
Yeah. Everything's done like on a painting almost, embroidered, like it looks painted, embroidered.
Mhm.
And there's split screen, local co-op, and basically super, super chill and easy. It literally says in the about, this is a game to introduce somebody who doesn't play video games to the hobby.
Oh,
So hopefully it's
th
good.
those can still be fun. Those can still be really fun games. You know, I'm the kind of person that I like my casual games every once in a while. It can be good.
Yeah. Now this developer, No Sequels Cooperative, did release a game in February, has no reviews. It was an investigation interactive fiction. It has the same art style, like the same beautiful art style, but it's like a hand illustrated visual mystery adventure.
Huh.
So does hipster stuff. And that game is $15. So it shows me that Embroideryvania might be a little expensive.
Hmm.
So
Might
maybe.
might wait on a sale on that. But it could
Yeah.
be, I'm telling you, it could be one of those games because I'm kind of like uneasy about it, but it could be one of those games that, here we go, episode 58 or whatever. I'm just like, man, this game is amazing. It's my game
Who's
of
to
the
say?
year.
Who's
You
to
never
say?
know.
Well, and on the exact opposite of a game that might be super expensive, we got our budget titles. And I
Hmm.
think the first one we had covered in a previous episode, right?
I didn't get I didn't get the list.
So it's in the notes.
Ah.
And yeah, you don't use your own show notes instead of using the drive. So you tend to get into trouble. So the first one's called The Dead Seat, which you're in the back seat of a car playing on a Game Boy, a DS or a Game Boy. So I think we covered this.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
we did talk about that one.
it is on sale for $1.97 right now. So it is absolutely 34% off of its normal $3 price tag, and it's on sale. So definitely pick this one up, and it is a wild game. So yeah, we covered it though in a previous episode.
Ah. Well, that's okay because I mean we got we do have that one game like I was talking about earlier that Thunder game.
Yeah, yeah,
That one's like 99 cents. That one's a lot of fun. Or it looks like a lot of
exactly.
fun.
Now, one game that's super trippy, and there's two of them. The game and the DLC is Cyberhook.
Ooh.
And this game was released in 2020 and is like a 3D style platformer. It's an indie platformer. Everything is done in neons and you use your cyber hook to platform and do these crazy parkour jumpings. And I added it because I already had Cyberhook, but the Lost Numbers DLC, there's more levels than everything. It's also under $1, and that was released in 2022. So,
Mm.
so basically, you can get both games for like the Lost Numbers DLC was $1.19, and the game was like $1.71 or something.
Yeah, it looks so trippy. Very, very Tron looking.
Yeah, and it's a 3D platformer done published by Graffiti Games, but Blazing Stick is the developer. And so they've had a few other games, Abyssal Fall, and as well as Minimalist Mash-Up Bundle, which is a part of his minimalist stuff. So he's done two games. But yeah, the Cyberhook game looks so cool. And I played it before. It's addictive as shit. So definitely recommended for under $2. Like,
Yeah, it makes you
wild.
think. It makes you think of like a synthwave jump flash. You know, like on the PlayStation One, that jump flash. That's what kind of
Yeah, yeah,
almost
yeah.
like almost like parkour in some parts too, like Mirror's Edge. That's
Yeah.
cool. I like it.
Um, the next title is Undermine, and I'm pretty sure has a Switch physical, but it is right now on sale, 90% off, $20 game for $1.99.
Ooh, that's an instant buy.
Yeah,
That's an
yeah.
instant buy right there.
The sequel I think is $18 right now, Undermine 2, but the original, it has some, it's an action roguelike game, but it looks a lot like going into the dungeons of Legend of Zelda. So
Mm.
there's a lot of cool, different graphical aesthetics, like has some pixelated stuff, but very, very modernized. And it's just fun as shit. I played it because because the RPG aesthetics in there to me make it worthwhile. Um,
Yeah, it almost looks like Stardew Valley in some parts. Like when you're in the underground areas, like it has that kind of aesthetic to it, like Stardew Valley. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, it's cool as hell. And Undermine 2 goes for more of a like painted aspect.
Hmm.
They're both $20 games, so Undermine 2 is like 10% off, whereas Undermine 1's 90% off. So to me, like those are the type of games where I'm like, all right, I am buying that automatically. I will have it now on my Steam. I don't know if I picked it up physically, so I don't think I did.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I feel like I've seen this like physically on Switch for sure.
yeah. And it's not a super expensive game now because it's only $2. So it's well worth getting. Mostly positive. A lot of the reviews, 8,500 reviews, so popular game, you know, and it is freaking wild. The final game in the budget style. Both of these last two games popped up today, by the way.
Mm.
So that's why I added them. This one's called Cat Warrior,
Oh,
and action platformer, retro and cute. And it is action platformer with 16-bit or 8-bit style graphics, probably more like 16-bit, where you play as a cat with a sword and you attack everything.
oh yeah, it's an instant buy.
Oh yeah. It's only on sale for 50% off right now. So it's normally a $4 one. It's a week-long sale for $2 now, right now. So that's ridiculous. And so, yeah, it's absolutely worth getting because the graphics just look so good. So
Yeah,
cute.
it's got a really cool like ping pong move. I'm looking at some of the screenshots where you know they shoot the projectiles and you can like kind of ping pong it and make it go right back and hit like this like cactus creature and he's like jumping around against like the spikes. It looks fun.
Yeah, and the thing is that this developer has two other games that are $2 as well. They're normally $2. Damp Boy and Kitten Lost Her Box. And both are, yeah, they're both The Kitten Lost Her Box has mixed reviews, uh,
Mhm.
and Stamp Boy has very positive reviews, as well as mostly positive for Cat Warrior. So, yeah, to me, I think getting this developer's games is pretty cool, especially Cat Warrior. Sadi and IU. Sadi Make
Mhm.
Games is the developer for this one. Yeah, like you said, insta buy for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a dog person, but
Oh
this will
yeah.
do. This will do.
I
Some of
love
the
all the
bosses look huge.
I I love all the animals. Like if it was a frog, I'd instantly buy it too. I'm like, man. Love
Hey,
the
it
frog, like
fe
the frog games.
one of the features besides for addictive gameplay is a cute cat, so you can't go wrong.
Well, I
It's
mean
awesome.
they've been doing that a lot more in games. Like I think this all started with Hades. Like Hades like started this whole thing where people were like we want to pet the animals. We want to have interaction with the animals. Because then you start seeing like bigger companies like
The dog.
Nintendo, like Nintendo with Zelda being like, "Oh, you can, become friends with the dog now," I love it.
Pet the
It's cool.
dog. Pet the dog. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I think that's the end of our giant list of games, which, so considering we recorded only a few days ago, like there's a lot of games to talk
Yeah.
about.
I'm just glad that I actually had because last episode I was like, oh, I didn't play anything. I'm like, dude, I had to make up for it. Like I had to play some games. And I
Play
got
some
some more games.
games.
I got some more games to play. And we also have some shout outs to give to our executive producers on your Patreon.
There
I
you go.
almost scrambled that.
You almost scrambled the shit out of it.
But big shout to Akaroth.
And David Isherwood.
Also, Launchbox, aka the Disgruntled Gamer from Thunderdome Gaming Society.
And of course, Jesse Glenn, the Switch master himself. Um, all of them, a huge shout out to supporting on Patreon at the executive producer level. You get physical goodies. Of course, the Patreon itself is free to join to follow all the shenanigans that I have going
Mm.
on. I'm going to be posting a video here talking about the upcoming Classic Game Fest, as well as other things I have going on, including the collab I'm working on with Thriller Crew. I also just got a little mini TV, and
Yeah,
it's sitting on the bar right now behind the bar on a shelf. But I actually have a little mini TV enclave here in the basement that's meant for a TV. It has a hole in the back that goes in underneath the stairs. So that's where it's going to go. And
that's
I'm just going to
cool.
have either an NES there or a PC Engine or both. And that is how I'm going to game in that one because I just want a little TV with CRT, play some original
Yeah.
cartridges. That seems dope to me.
Oh yeah. Like I have my CRT, I have the Raspberry Pi hooked up too. And even though it's running like emulation, running it through a CRT, like it kind of does give that nostalgia, It's just like, man, it's so cool.
Yeah, and I mean, I found a little, I think it's a 13-incher on Facebook Marketplace for $40. So literally just went there. It was like down the road, like less than 5 minutes. I went and picked it up, came back, and my CRT
And
that's sitting
and
right over here.
and that's awesome too, because I mean, like, dude, CRTs are starting to get harder to come by. It is,
Especially the small ones.
yes, the small ones are getting really, really tough because I mean, I would love to have one of those CRTs that have like the built-in VHS, like those small ones. Like that's what I would love to have. Like on because right now I have like on my table I have like I think it's like a 20. I think it might be like a 30-inch or whatever, like
Too big.
CRT. And it's I don't like how big it is.
Yeah, the
Uh,
little 15-incher I could literally grab with an arm, put it over where it needs to be. I would go smaller if I'd have found smaller, but this is what we
yeah.
found, which fits probably perfectly in that little enclave area. So that'll be rad. Right now, I
Mm.
just have it with like tchotchkes around it and stuff. So Nintendo top loaders next to it, not hooked up, so I haven't found the hookups yet.
Yeah.
But once I get it hooked up, we can play some homebrew indie games on NES, PC Engine, and that is another ulterior motive because I have all of these NES indie games sitting here that I haven't played in a bunch of years. So now I have a CRT. All I gotta need to do is find the damn
Uh,
hookups.
I was gonna say, you could play because they got funded on Kickstarter. Big shout out to Ninja Cat.
Oh, Ninja Cat. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it got
By
funded.
Saru Maru. Yep.
Yeah.
It definitely got funded. He was actually asking an important question, which would be one to leave the listeners with right at the end of the episode. What are your thoughts on indie game piracy versus offering digital copies of these physical games? Because Ninja Cat is going to be available digitally on the PC Engine in CD capacity.
Mhm.
But he is for the first time offering digital copies. From
Mm.
my perspective, I think he should offer digital copies because then people, number one, are going to support him because people want it digitally.
Yeah,
I want it digitally because on the analog pocket, I could put it the ROM on the analog pocket on the PC Engine CD.
that's
And so I can
right.
play it. I can play it on FPGA. I could play it on the big screen TV without having to get my CD player for my
Hmm.
PC Engine Dual R. Um, and so it makes it a little easier to use.
Hmm.
Now, if he didn't offer it, people would pirate it to play it like that. And that's how the piracy starts. So, in other words, he offers it, people will support. Like some
Yeah,
people are just going to pirate. Pirates are going to pirate.
yeah,
But those that want it digitally will support, and then they do, and then they get him some extra, cash for his efforts. So I think
yeah,
it's important. I did the same shit with my books. I didn't offer them digitally for the first couple years, and then I always do a digital tier now, and people buy the digital tier. Uh,
yeah,
if they offer it up later or whatever, like I got to take that chance because like people want the books digitally because you only have so much space in your game rooms, and I get it. And my books are big honkers, anyways. They're
yeah.
amazing, but they're big. They
Yeah,
take
they're
up space.
thick.
They're
Yeah.
thick boy. So I understand.
Yeah,
So
I'm glad that he's releasing it digitally because I don't even have a PC Engine or a PC Engine CD or anything like that, but I really want to play it. So
yeah,
to have a digital, it would either be like get the digital or I would have to wait, fingers crossed, that it gets like a Switch release or something like that. Like FX Unit Yuki, like that got a Switch
which
release.
did it.
Hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I don't recall it getting the Switch release, but I think when it did, because little known fact is that I roomed with Saru and Jesse with JP Switch Mania back when we did Switch Mania Playcast,
Hmm.
right when we were starting it. And I said, if I ever publish games, we'll have to publish FX Unit Yuki on Switch. And I became a publisher. He got it on Switch, and we never published it physically, which is wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only digital on Switch, but
Yeah.
I was glad to finally be able to play it because I was like, every time I was like, I'll get it on the Dreamcast, I would always miss out because it was released, on Dreamcast, Mega Drive, of course, TurboGrafx 16, but
My favorite version was the Mega Drive version, less
yeah,
loading and stuff like that. But I mean, it's great on any system. And Ninja Cat is awesome because it's like a little arcade single screen, kind of
yeah,
like Snow Brothers, a lot like Snow
hmm,
Brothers, which I love. So the fact is, you got cute little ninja cats, and Sarah's awesome artwork style. It's just a really great game. And yeah, so I'll be able to play that though on my little mini TV
that'd be
if I
dope.
can. I just don't think that I'm looking over at it. I don't think that the little enclave space will fit a dual R.
Uh,
So, but it would fit. I can still play it on my big screen on the analog pocket
hmm.
on the dock. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I fly out tomorrow for Classic Game Fest, but by the time you see this, it'll probably be well underway or done.
Oh yeah. And speaking of done, we want to thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of the Incredible Podcast. And again, be sure to check out Jeff's Patreon, free to join, and a great way to know what we're doing, what we're up to, because we're always up to something. But anyway,
Always
guys,
up
we
to something.
always up to something. But anyway, guys, we want to thank you for listening. Happy gaming. And as always, support indie.
You fucking better.